All right, so inequalities on the number line is what we're going to be working on. We did do an exploration in Desmos to kind of get us familiar, but it certainly didn't teach us formally anything about inequalities. The objective then, so in this lesson, we're going to interpret. That means we're going to understand what it means, okay? Interpret means understand what statements of inequality mean as they relate to two numbers on a number line. So how can we compare these two numbers using the number line and using inequalities, okay? So go ahead and write that in your notes, please. So we have that place in our CAMI notes where it says objective. That needs to be put in there. Inequalities on the number line.
Introduction. Manuel recorded the daily high temperature for a month as part of a science assignment. According to his readings, the high temperature was 50 degrees Fahrenheit at the beginning of the month. At the end of the month, Manuel recorded a high temperature of 64 degrees Fahrenheit. Manuel knows that 50 degrees Fahrenheit is less than 64 degrees Fahrenheit because it feels warmer outside when it is 64 degrees Fahrenheit. Manuel knows that horizontal number lines are oriented from left to right. Now he's curious how the readings on his thermometer are related to a vertical number line. In this lesson, you will learn how to interpret the relationship between two numbers based on their position on the number line.
Okay, so there's no information from the introduction in our guided notes, but it is usually the setup for our lesson activity.
Visualizing inequalities. Recall that in an inequality, the inequality sign always opens to the greater number. If we have the inequality 3 is less than 5, we can see that the inequality sign opens to the number 5, which is indeed greater than 3.
Okay, so in your notes, you have 4 things to put in just in that little section right here, visualizing inequalities. So go ahead and fill in your notes with the information that you need from that section. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the horizontal number line then.
The horizontal number line. Let's look at how the positions of numbers on the number line relate to the inequality 3 is less than 5. Notice on the number line shown here that 3 and 5 are positive numbers because they are positioned to the right of 0, and 5 is positioned to the right of 3. So 5, the greater number in the inequality, 3 is less than 5, is located to the right of the other number, 3, on the horizontal number line. In an inequality in which both numbers are positive numbers, the greater number is positioned to the right of the other number on the horizontal number line.
All right, so there are some things to fill in, actually 3 things to do on the notes. So go ahead and do that right now, please. And if you need more time to fill in those 3 things, would you raise your hand, please?
We've seen how the positions of 2 positive numbers on a horizontal number line relate to an inequality. Now let's look at 2 negative numbers. Consider the inequality -1 is greater than -4. We can see in the image that both numbers are positioned to the left of 0 because they are negative integers. but -1 is positioned to the right of -4 on the horizontal number line. In the inequality, this is reflected by the inequality symbol opening toward -1. The larger number in an inequality will always be the one facing the open end of the inequality symbol. So, we can see a general rule here. The greater number in an inequality is always positioned to the right of the other number on the horizontal number line.
Okay, go ahead and fill in. There's 2 things to fill in here on those guided notes.